Hey, thanks for watching this video. Currently at the bottom, at the barrel, at the bottom of the ocean, at the bottom of everything. We're just going through it, aren't we? If you're here watching this, you're going through it, right? I can't sit here and say that this video is going to be inspiring or uplifting or positive. All I can offer is a realistic insight on my personal human experience, which right now currently is very shitty. Just wanted to make this video as a means to connect and share my little tiny life with the world, because as much as I feel inadequate and I feel so meaningless and useless, and I know it's just a moment in time. I know it's just a feeling. I know these feelings will pass. This will pass. This too shall pass. Everything passes. And I lost my job. I'm a mom. I'm a single parent. Don't have any backup plan. I was at the company for almost 5 years that I worked with. It was customer service. I was on phones and took calls. I actually had a remote job. It wasn't a surprise. Like, it was gonna happen eventually because the project I was on was ending, and they had told us that they were gonna be letting people go anyways, but they said it was because of attendance, which wasn't necessarily my fault because there was system issues and all sorts of stuff happening. But anyways, that's a different story. Yeah. And then today I just checked and my mortgage went up like over $80. So that's great. I own my home, pay mortgage on it. Like, it's not a rental or anything. I have no backup plan. I have no safety net. I have no savings. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've been applying at jobs. I've applied for like assistance, food stamps, all that kind of thing. I haven't heard back from that, so I'm gonna go Monday and check on that. Just a lot. I get a small amount for the kids for child support, but that's not nearly enough to pay for anything. I don't have any education. I never went to college. I graduated high school, but I never, I am just the basic average. I don't even know if that's average. I don't even know what's average. I don't know. I'm just a person. I'm just a human, and like, this is life for a lot of us right now. A lot of us are going through this, and I feel numb. Like, I'm emotional at times, but then it just comes back to the realization that, like, crying isn't gonna help. It's not gonna get me anywhere. I've cried a lot. Just throughout the years, with life. Like, I've gone through a divorce. I had a long distance relationship for a long time that ended, and I've just had relationship issues, like, on top of everything. And it was just all very tragic and heartbreaking. And so I've cried a lot through the years. Had a lot of disappointments. I've had a lot of letdowns. And so I'm not surprised. Like, the shock of it is like, and so I'm finding myself just very numb to everything and the world, like, at large, you know, like where we are economically and just everything happening right now, dystopian times. And we're here right now. We're all here right now. I know that, again, this will pass. Something will shift. Things will happen. I don't know if it's going to get worse before something good happens. I can't guarantee that. I don't know if I'm going to lose my house. That's a very big possibility. We work our lives away, us at the bottom. We are enslaved to the machine. It takes money to make money, you know. There are ways to do things on your own, do entrepreneurial things, but again, it takes money to make money. It takes time to make money. It takes mental clarity and self-belief and concepts of, you know, having the confidence. And when your whole life has been one big disappointment, it's really hard to shift there and to have the energy that it takes to do those things that's required to even just create a business. Or, you know, I've tried a lot of things. I've done a lot of things. I've had multiple YouTube channels. I've done stuff, you know. I've had my own Etsy shop where I made wreaths and sold them, and I've done things. But I do struggle with depression, and it makes me numb, and it's very difficult to find the motivation to move and do, and I'm tired, and I have physical pain. And I'm not saying that as an excuse. I'm not saying that because I'm like, woe is me, or I'm a victim. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying it because if you're watching this, you could relate. You might relate to that. And I just want you to know I understand. And I know I've heard the stories of the way through and what to do. All the law of attraction, the manifestation, Neville Goddard, you know, all these things. Like it's just, their thoughts create reality, and change your mind, change your thoughts, and you'll change your life, and la 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 la. And yeah. But all of these stories and all these experiences are so personal to the individual and what they're going through, their environment, their support system, the pressures that they have, and the stress of what they can and cannot do. Not everyone can just do like that. And we all have different challenges. We all have different biology and medical makeups of who we are and what we can process and handle. I can't say that I'm not hopeful, though, because I do always have hope. I have a baseline of hope and faith and belief. So I've learned not to worry. I've learned not to overdo myself in terms of like trying to just worry myself where I'm stressed and I'm sick. And so I am in this state of numbness. Like in my mind, it's like I can foresee it to possibly getting really bad, and things really being really, really bad, and I lose everything, and da-da-da. But at the same time, it's like I'm still hopeful that I can come back from it. It's like an inner knowing of myself, and I don't know if you have that within you. And I do believe we all have the capacity to have those feelings of self-belief, to get you to where you need to go. It's weird, like within me, it's like a inner conflict of this is never gonna happen, da 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 da, like the doubt, and then on the other side it's like, yeah, I know I can do it, I know it's possible, anything's possible, anything can happen. I'm open to miracles. I'm open to anomalies and not closing the box completely. So I am holding faith, and I am working on my mental health. You know, I will continue to strive for peace of mind. I feel like that is really the most important thing in life, is peace of mind. It doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter where you work, it doesn't matter what you've done. If you don't have peace inside yourself, you really don't have anything. So in the darkest night, in the scariest storm, find your peace. For me, how I hold peace inside myself through this storm is the fact that I know this is all temporary. Life is temporary. This is not a permanent position. We all come and we all go. And as much as that sounds very, morbid or depressing, but it's the truth of the reality that we live in. And sometimes the truth is bitter, and we just have to swallow it, and we just have to keep going. And then it puts you into the position to be present where you are with who you are, and to find the joy in that, and the peace and the bliss and the simplicity of it all. Sometimes you have to lose everything to see that you've had everything the whole time, and it can't ever be taken from you, because you are a complete person. You're a whole person internally. It wasn't what you had externally, it's what you have inside yourself, your peace of mind. Nothing can take that from you once you've reached that position inside yourself. No matter what happens, you'll always come back to that default setting. You're a whole, complete person. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how scary, no matter how uncertain it feels, don't let anything take your peace. Don't let anything take your soul. It's yours. You're sovereign. You're a sacred being. These tests and trials that we go through are just tests of the spirit. Tests to see if you're on the path that you want to be on. I recently watched a video, I can't remember his name, but he said that problems are seeds for solutions. And I really do resonate with that. Problems are seeds to solutions. Don't focus on the problem. Foresee a solution. I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you don't have resources available and you don't have support systems and you're completely alone. Just try to let go of the worry and the franticness of it all, like the panicking and the franticness, and let it fall and foresee an outcome. What do you have? What's your capabilities? What can you do in the moment? What do you possess that you can create an income on? There's so many ways to do that, and there are free resources. There's a lot of things out there for us. We just have to gather it. We just have to find it. We have to search for it and take the time to do it. Being in discomfort, being uncomfortable is the perfect chemical ingredient chemical ingredients to create something new for yourself. Because when you're comfortable, you don't move. So when you're uncomfortable, it's an opportunity to actually grow. Things have to break for it to expand. Boundaries, the comforts, the mindset, the thoughts, the self-belief, all these things have to shift to bring in something new for it to grow and expand. And it can be hard and scary and painful, but it is a requirement for growth. Just like growing pains, they hurt. Just like when you're trying to build muscle, you have to break the muscle for it to grow. The seed is planted into the soil and it breaks through the surface to come out, and it breaks through the shell of the seed. Like there's so many metaphors, right? Yeah. I'm a mother, and even just giving birth physically to a baby requires a lot of breaking down of the body, but you create life literally through the process of it. And we have to come to terms with that in our collective consciousness. We have to come to terms with pain, that life is gonna hurt, that there's suffering here, but we have to keep going. We have to keep moving. We have to keep our minds open to growth, and not run away from it and hide and escape. And you know, that is something that I've been personally dealing with right now. So actions are required. You have to take the action. You have to sit with yourself in the moment, find the peace, find the self-belief, find the confidence in yourself to know that you are capable. Even if you feel like you're not capable, even if everything around you is showing you that you don't know nothing, like you don't have an education, you don't have certifications, you don't have these things, right? But like, you just have to let that silence itself, silence those thoughts, and believe in yourself that you're worthy, that you do have potential, that you are enough, that you have something that somebody else would need, a service that you could sell, a way to give of yourself to receive back. Okay, we all have that. We all have that within us. And then when we can gather an idea, a concept, and have a visualization of it and set an intention, it'll grow, and the universe will open doors, and things will move, and people will come into your life to help you, and you'll see the synchronicities of life happen. So it's the perfect time. It's actually like our darkest night is our blessing. It is the blessing. It is the moment of growth. It is the moment of opportunity. It's the moment of your true power and essence of who you are and who you can be. So even though we're here at the bottom, as long as we're breathing and we have cognitive functioning, it's not over till it's over. We can overcome our problems. If you're not in a coma, you're not dead, and you're here watching this, and you have a body that's functioning, you can get out of the hole that you're in. And I believe that, and I believe it for myself, and I know I will. And I just wanted to document this, just wanted to share this. I will be back for more sharing and documenting. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day. Feel free to comment below, subscribe. Yeah, let's support each other the best that we can. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have a great day.